episode of Indy for Indy, where we have deep conversations that we may have behind closed doors, and we bring them to you guys. I have a special guest with me. What you want me to call today, Mr. Knight?
Okay, not Mister. Can't go by the word Mister, but I appreciate it. That's one thing we're gonna talk about too.
Okay, you can't go by Mr. or Miss.
Mister, that's another thing. We call him Cortez, Cold Town.
Okay. That's what we're gonna okay. So we're gonna call him Cortez.
Right.
So today's episode is titled Are You Really Free? And we're just gonna have a quick conversation because honestly, we got some deep diving to go into, so he's just gonna come back.
Yeah.
So tell him a little bit about yourself.
All right, well, tell him about myself. I'm 34. I'm an artist for one in Nashville, Tennessee. Do business with bullies, dogs, animals, of course. Jewelry store, we also had that as well. Ice by Diesel. Y'all can check into that. But basically, I can't really tell you a lot about me, but I'm becoming free. And some people would say, you can't be free. And so people have a hard time trying to be free and get free. So I cracked the code, basically. I found out how to be secure free and to learn how to have a trust and to have multiple businesses doing business with the United States solely but freely. And it's great. It's a process. It's a process.
Oh yeah,
but it's great. It's great.
It's great.
I love it.
Yeah,
I had to find out who I was. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of this, so it's great.
Yeah. You actually put me onto a couple of books and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been diving into it. It's a lot though.
Yeah,
You have to really have the time and the patience and the effort, which a lot of people don't have, but you do.
Yeah.
So, I feel like a lot of people feel like that they are free because it says the land of the free, but they're still slaves and things like that. And
yes, you're correct about that. It is slavery. We're in a monetary fund system, so you are a slave to the system. If you're a citizen of the United States, you are a slave.
And then I don't say that I'm a citizen.
Right. You don't want to say that word. We can get into that another time.
Right.
You're a native to the land.
I'm a native. I go by the laws of the land.
Right.
Versus,
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I know the most of.
Right, laws of the land.
Yeah, the laws of the land. Yeah. See, I'm learning things.
You gotta know. Right?
You know, we don't talk a lot, but we.
Right.
I make sure that I do some homework when I'm
because you actually have to know this because this will help you find your inner self, deep thoughts. This will help you find this spiritual awakening. Some people can't even do this, don't even know how to read. Some people don't even take the time out to even understand, why am I going through this? Is this the reason why? Because in this situation that we living in, you can't call on no God for this. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't. You are God. You know what I'm saying? So you can't call on God for this. This is something that was brought to me through a spiritual advisor, someone that was a guidance. Just came out of the nowhere and just said, hey, this is what I need you to do this right here. If you got all these boys and these children and you got family members and you got a tribe. Yeah. You're in a tribe. But I had to dig deep into it, and it took me a while, about a year and a half. I still got some things got to keep going, but in the meantime, we gonna work with that. We're gonna work with that. Yeah. Okay, so when you say tribe, why do you call your children a tribe versus? Well, I don't call them a tribe. Actually, I'm in a tribe. You're in a tribe. Yeah, okay. I'm a Cherokee Indian. Yeah. Oh, so I'm in a tribe. I have benefits.
They're good here.
Yeah, I do got some good help. But I don't call them a tribe. I'm in a tribe. And my kids are not my kids. I'm gonna start working. Listen, I'm gonna start working on my vocabulary and terminology, how I bring things, and because we are what we create. So we watch what we say. Them are not my kids. Them are my offsprings.
Okay.
Them are my offspring. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So they're my offsprings.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not a father.
I'm not a father. Okay. Them are my offsprings. All right.
Okay. So, yeah.
But I'm the man of those. Them are my plants. Them are my seeds. So I have to be the king of that. So you know what I mean. But so I'm in the tribe. So now that I took over my estate, because everyone has an estate. It's an estate, ESTATE. So I took over. Now my children are part of my tribe because I took over an estate. So
okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We ain't gonna go deep into that.
Yeah, it's kind of deep.
We're gonna take another episode.
Definitely.
Just getting to know who you
I'll
is
be
and-
back.
Right. Getting to know you and your vocabulary. So because I always say tribe now.
Right.
And then I talk to like me personally, I went on the podcast and me and this girl, we click because of her way of thinking as well. It's funny.
Right.
And it's hard to find women like me who think like me.
Good thinking too, but
Oh, thank you. And, you know, I got deep, you know. It's just reading that stuff work. Just reading that stuff work, you know.
yeah.
So it's hard to actually find women like me. And then I got with her and I was like, okay. And me and her was talking, it's like, have you found your tribe? And like your woman, like the women.
So this is something I'm gonna cut you. This is somebody you had just seen and you say something to her.
So what happened? You know, I have a lot of contact with a lot of artists.
Right, okay.
And there was this one artist, and he's me and her like friend. And he was like, hey, like you should link with her and she should link with you because y'all both have podcasts. And I went on her page and I was like, okay, I feel the spiritual awakening of her. Though she thinks she's more religious and I'm more spiritual, but we still can have dope conversations because she's not, what do you call it, confined to that. But we was talking and she was like, it's hard to find my tribe. I was like, it is because, you know, we grow. We grow away from a lot of people. And then the knowledge that we receive, like the knowledge that you have, a lot of people ain't going to understand it. And a lot of people ain't going to be behind it. And a lot of people going to feel like you crazy. A lot of people, it's gonna be a lot. Yeah. They're going to be like, so how you free? What you mean? A birth certificate, like you ain't supposed to have, it's a lot. And even me, when I was talking to my father about it, and I was like, Daddy, you know, you ain't supposed to be in debt. You ain't supposed to be
right.
He wasn't receiving it, but then we got to realize that some people ain't supposed to receive what we have. We're not even supposed to be talking about it right now.
There you go.
So how do you deal with that?
It's kind of I push right now. I'm in the isolation mode due to this. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a deadline to meet a certain criteria of some documents that I have to give to the Treasury Department. We'll get to that. Hey, when I say you free, trust me, you're free. It just take a while, and it take a lot of sense and knowledge to even know this. It's power. It's power. It's just power, and it's powerful. You know, and I'm dealing with a lot of friends that's dealing with situations in jail and things like that. And I get to that too later on down the road. But how I deal with this is people looking at me because I got a situation now with a family member, you know, that's incarcerated right now. You know what I'm saying? He's very close to me, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm dealing with that situation, working on his paperwork. So I'm becoming power of attorney over him. So it's you know, and that's a beautiful thing because people like, a power of attorney, you get power of attorney over him, and you're a street nigga, man. How you do this? So, and I'm like, I can't even explain to you right now. You wouldn't understand, bro. I got a lot of results though, you know.
I feel like when it comes to that time of street, you know, I feel like that once upon a time you were there, but now where your mindset is, you don't even have that frequency. And that's how you can do it. It's by changing. It's by what you've been doing, that self-work and learning a lot of different things and becoming free. Because once you become free, then you can be in that frequency and you can flow properly. You can think in a different way, in a different light. And it's something that you said earlier. I was like, okay, just a minute ago, you was like, you know, you are creating your reality. Yeah. And I talk to people about that all the time because I'm like, you know, hell is what you create. It is. And if you ain't free, of course, if you binded by a lot of things, including whatever you were domesticated to, then of course you're creating hell because your parents have told you that if you do this, then you condemned here. And if you do this, then you this, and you don't even know who you are no more. Exactly. So now when you are doing what you're doing, you learning exactly who you are, not who I'm not going to.
I don't even know who they are, to be honest. I don't even know who they are no more. The people who even think like that towards me. I don't even know what other people are like. I'm not saying I don't judge people, which I kind of I do because I have to. And I feel like I have to when I have a conversation. I feel like I have a conversation with you so I can see eye to eye, understand you. That's my judgmental. Not saying, oh, look at you, you just that. No, my judgmental is your intelligence, your vocabulary, why you speak to me, your common sense, or you don't have common sense, something that you can work on. You know what I'm saying? But it just blows me away because right now I'm in a whole different. This is our land. So I'm thinking and looking at it like that, and it's bigger than what I'm just saying because it comes with unlimited debt, unlimited credit. It comes with being free because everything is business.
Yeah,
everything
because it's the United States. It's a corporation.
It's a corporation,
not a country.
Not a
You know, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, they don't.
And let me say that, and then people be like, "What you mean?" So what? You a citizen of a corporation?
Yes.
No, you're a consumer of a corporation.
There you go.
You feel me?
There you go.
So how do you? So because this is a conversation, you know, I be having a lot of questions because I don't get to talk to you a lot.
Right.
So when it comes to females that you meet, are you able to have like these type of conversations with them, or if you can't have it, what you do about it?
Oh man, let me. I don't want to get started on that one. Right now, I mean, I just kind of isolate myself a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some women that I can't. It's some women that understands it. Especially my mom doing hair, and she has business, and other friends that come around, they want to know. Because you know how you women, y'all women are. You get a group of you.
Hold on.
Well, not all you women. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, goddess. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry,
Thank you.
goddess.
Thank you.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
goddess.
Okay. We're going to correct that real quick. In the most feminine and respectful way.
Yes,
okay.
yes, my dear. And so with her friends coming around, and she would invite them in and let them know that I was doing on this journey right here.
Yeah.
So they would want to know, but some women wouldn't understand, and some women, it's just so much. I'll start here and I just want my bill canceled. I just want my debt done. I'm charged. I want you to charge off my car, my vehicle, and it's just not about charging off debts and setting it off. You have to understand this is a business you're dealing with. And you have to read, and you can't. I can go cancel your debt and your cell phone bill. Why do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you learn it's not learning you nothing. You have to understand who you are to understand this. You are fighting with the devil. This is the hell. Yeah. You are fighting when you gotta pay shit and be in debt. Excuse me. I don't know. Like, no, you can curse. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay debt and do all that. It's the shit and lifting up for it. Yeah, man. Hey, you know I'm gonna keep it gangster, you know. I don't do that. But now, when you gotta go through stressful things in life, and the God that promised, it's all in the Bible. People just not reading it. It's written differently. Yeah, the Bible, and that's another thing with it. Like the Bible is actually like a blueprint to life. They use it properly because the Bible is about getting money and living free. Right. But people don't understand it. They looking at it from like a biblical term. And like I tell people all the time, and this is respectfully because I respect everyone's religion and things like that. But I feel like Jesus was a G for real. Like right. He went through it. But that's not. I can't see myself praying. I understand to a human. I understand. So it's a difference. But again, respect. Right. But when you look at certain things that Jesus did, you gotta understand he was fighting for his freedom too. Mm-hmm. He was being crucified for the freedom. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So it's like, what y'all doing? Talking about you supposed to be broke? No, you're not. It doesn't say that anywhere in the Bible. The Bible is teaching you to become rich. Right. It says you ought to trust these in Hebrews, so you gotta. Yeah. Tell you. I used to read the Bible a lot, especially when I did a lot of jail time, and I just always looked at it as a spiritual thing. And oh God, I'm gonna pray to God. Man, God is not gonna save you when you walk in front of no judge, because He's not the higher power. You always have authorities hiding someone out here, like the federal and the supreme government. These states have their own rules and regulations. How you can do something here and you can't do something somewhere else. God didn't say none of that in the Bible. All He said was we were supposed to be wealthy, and we're supposed to have our silver and gold. That's all it's about. Credit. There's no cash there. So we gotta be free out here. You got your friend over there looking like, hold on, I ain't hear this shit. I ain't never heard this from. What is this? A different thing. Okay. You supposed to be very free. You ain't never heard this about him. That's just crazy. Yeah. Shit. I'm older than him and got them shit. He already knows more than me.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's something that help everyone. It'll help. It'll benefit my family. It's for my bloodline. So
Yeah.
So I had to go in and take out because to the United States corporation and want to get deep into it, you are lost in the sea. With the birth certificate and all that, you lost in the sea. So you are all the way in Mexico somewhere. So I had to take the living back from the dead and bring it back alive with a whole different king name. So it's big.
That's why we can't call you Knight.
Yeah, Knight is good. That's the name too, because I got a lot of business with Knight City. You know what I'm saying? Any night, what is it? Any night roadside, nightlife kennels. Got a little bit of everything.
You just got your hands on everything. You said forget
Somebody got to do it.
Okay, so when it becomes because when you come back on here, you're gonna start getting a lot of people want to reach out to you.
Right.
So it costs, right, to make for you what you have been doing, because a lot of people don't want to do the work. It costs to become free. Right?
Oh, yes, but the outcome is great. I'm talking about the outcome is great. You'll get so frustrated, but it's worth it when you already dealing with it. Like, why am I dealing with something I shouldn't be dealing with? God didn't tell me, so I gotta figure out how to not deal with it instead of going back to jail, fighting or selling drugs. It's something I gotta do, and I did it. And that's what it is. When I come back again, we can just start. We can do episodes and however you want to do it.
No,
really nice
yeah.
if they finna wake up for real.
Oh, they gonna wake up.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of people.
And I got some proof too. Yeah,
you got proof.
I got proof. I got equity. Yeah, I got equity.
So, we were talking like briefly, and you were talking about child support.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on child support?
Actually, I'm dealing with child support right now. I'm in a case, so it's on pause for me.
Oh, okay.
So it's on pause for me. I'm in federal court, Supreme Court, since I just started this journey. It's been about a year process with me doing this journey, but with the child support, I just started that recently. And I just got my license back. I went to court, they gave my license, but I don't want that. I'm private. So I don't need that from the state. I was just going to rectify and let the courts know how they did me wrong for these years and took my license and took my CDLs and just took me down through there. So I just had to go in their face and let them know what they did wrong, gave them the right Pacific codes, let them know that I'm a foreigner to this country. I have no obligation with you. I can take care of my child by myself, and I don't need your help. So I went to the federal court on them, and I'm going to win me a lawsuit for some couple millions.
Yeah, because the child support is fraud.
It's fraud.
Yeah.
It's voluntary.
Yeah. It's voluntary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a lot.
If you don't volunteer to do it, then I only ask that because I know it's a lot of men that are on child support that shouldn't be, but then it's also a lot of women who are trying to go for child support that shouldn't be.
Right.
But it's a lot of men who need to be on child support. I see what you're saying. I had never believed in child support, and it's funny, but I've never believed in it because the way that how my dad was done. Mm-hmm. And we've been knowing each other since we were 16. So
right.
Like it was a lot like that was going on with me. Like I didn't have a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My grandparents took care of me, and my mom was getting the money, and my dad was still having to buy certain stuff.
Right.
And I was like, that's just not cool. And what I remember is my mom always saying, child support is not for you. It's not for the child. It's for the parent. And I would argue back like, no, it says child support. And it was a lot. So, but I say that to say that there's a lot of time. That's how you know when people are lost and they sleep and
they
ain't free. They ain't free because you thinking that that's supposed to be coming to you, and it ain't, and it ain't even come. Child support ain't even coming to nobody. Really, the state is getting all the money.
The state is a part. The state gets half percentage of the money due to you having a bond with the state. You have a bond with them because you have a social security number and a birth certificate with them. That's how you got a bond, and they can do whatever they want to with you. So they can treat you like a slave. That's exactly what you are. So I had to go.
You're looking at everybody.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, God, are you talking to me right now?
He's not one of the best ones she done had.
Okay, I'm a I don't claim
but no, I know you do not claim it, but you have to talk to certain things like that. You have to say it like that. I'm sorry, I have to rectify that too. But hey, I don't. It's just it's hard for people right now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stress comes from the court systems and the bills, and that's why people don't get along. That's why relationships fall off. That's why people not healthy because they stressed out about something that God didn't put out here.
I was saying something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I seen something earlier today. It's just my algorithm because of what I watch. And on there, they were speaking like, you know, sorry to say, but we aren't supposed to be working and this busy as humans. That's why you're so stressed. That's why you're like sitting here stressed out.
Right.
You are doing so much because we aren't supposed to be this busy.
Right.
We're supposed to be living free.
Right.
And that's how God made it. And unfortunately, the way that this corporation works, it is making us be slaves. And that's where all the depression, all the anxiety, all of the stress, people dying from
killing each other, everything.
Yeah, all of that is because of the core reason is because we're supposed to be free.
Right.
And when I say free, we're supposed to actually live for free. And we're not able to do that because of what the corporation is handling.
Exactly.
You go get you a farm and grow your own damn food.
Exactly.
Because how are we paying for something that's grown out the damn ground?
Exactly. So that's you gotta look at. It's like the Amish people. See, the Amish people, they live freely. They got their own land, they have their own crop, they grow their own vegetables. They even come to the city and sell it to other people. So they do. So
that's place to get your food too. I ain't gonna lie.
So basically, when you living in this country, you gotta be a foreigner. You got to do business with the United States government. You have to be a foreigner. And it's like the Jews.
You got to be a consumer.
Consumer work. Well, consumer management. You have to deal with business when you deal with a corporation.
Well, correct me then.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get into all of this.
Because I was gonna say a consumer. I mean, I thought that's what I was.
You're a consumer.
I'm gonna go into court and be like, "Oh, it's not your honor. What is it? My honor, or she is the court is a matron. I forgot what it is. Majesty.
Your majesty.
Your majesty. Because you're not even a judge.
Right. No, that's an administrative worker. That's somebody who's a public official.
Yeah. Like I'm being taught. Okay,
they just got a job to do. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not fair though.
It's not.
Fair.
It's not.
It's not.
I'll be in there talking about I'm a consumer. I'm like
they like she's real incompetent. They're gonna take money out for you regardless. It's a shame.
Too pretty to go to jail.
Right.
I'll be crying, please. Please don't put me in. Yeah.
It's a shame though. It's a shame.
It is a shame that no one knows anything. And I can't wait until you're able to.
Yeah, I got something coming in motion right now. How it started with this, I actually was dealing with some court situations. I don't know if we talked about it. You asked me this earlier, but this is how it started. I was dealing with some court situations and going back and forth to court, and I got children already. I was paying my child support, but then I couldn't keep a job due to the situation. But I had businesses as well, But all that in handy dealing with the government, I couldn't control all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? It started for me learning the law. And they was telling while I was learning the law and the 10 laws of land and reading the books I showed you, the straw man book. The straw man book. Y'all go get it off Amazon. It's like $5. Read the straw man book.
Your mama and you showed me about 15 of them.
Yeah. And How to Be Free. It's another one. Just like it's so many books out there. But that's how I started reading about the law and saying that you have to have your birth certificate is a bond. It's a bond. And I started thinking like, I don't bond shit. I don't know what a bond. I'm going to read up on bonds. So I had to learn what a bond is. And a bond was something tied to the U.S. government with your signature on it, your name. And I said, hell no, how do I get up out this bond without me keep paying bond in real life for jail? And I just started reading and understanding that when you was born with millions of dollars, silver and gold, because they took away our silver and gold. And I was going back to receive my stuff right now. And everything's just great. It's great. That's just how I learned it, though. It took a long time.
Yeah.
Still learning. Basically, it's all taxes. It's just all taxes.
And we're going to end it on all taxes.
That's all right. We're going to end it on
We're going to end it on that because we're going to definitely dive deeper and have a series on that. You know, I know that you working on the podcast and stuff like that too, so I ain't going to take away from your podcast.
I think I might have to do something with you. You know what I'm saying? We might have to get together and work something out. Okay. We're going to be busy if they're going to be wanting to hear this. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. I'm for it. You just let me know. Definitely. You know. Well, I thank you so much for coming on, taking the time out your day. Yes, Queen. I appreciate you. Hey, it's no problem. And go ahead and tell the people how to find you. All right. You can go find me on Instagram at Golden Child Mexico. You can follow my other Instagram at Nightlife Kennels, KNIGHT. Kennels. You can follow Ice by Diesel. And you can that's it right there. You follow that. It's some more stuff. Salon Inc. You can follow Salon Inc. That's my mother. She's a canvas. She does this same thing with you do, right? Yeah, she does some herbal stuff. I don't know what to call these beautiful women. I don't know what to say when people ask me what they eat herbals and because they deal with herbs and things like that. So, but yeah, you can catch us on all of that and YouTube, the Nightlife Kennels. Go on there. I am also Mexico on my YouTube channel. Just check it out. And peace and love. Shalom. All right. And thank you guys so much. I already know how to follow me InDeep with Indy. This is I don't even know what episode I'm going to bring this out on. And just to let y'all know, disclaimer, I'm about to record another podcast, so it's going to be the same outfit. So don't be talking about me because it's the same day. Anywho, I thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you have not, make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button, that subscribe button, and also turn on notifications. It's your girl, Indy, a.k.a. It's Gotta See You, and peace, love, and light.